matchups always elevate the pressure. The heart beats a little faster. It gets a little more intense, particularly if that team across the field is a conference foe. And that's exactly what we have in this showdown coming up. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Golden Bears in Berkeley in California Memorial Stadium. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Louisville Cardinals, taking on the winners of 5 straight, the California Golden Bears. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Collins with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Cardinals will kick it off to get us underway. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Buys just enough space across the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. So California's offense will go on the attack first. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick strike complete. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. And the Golden Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. Quick pass on the fly motion. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Once again, finding nowhere to run against this defense as he's knocked down immediately.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch it. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
The Golden Bears will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. So Louisville's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate.
And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
The Cardinals with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Oh, he's got a chance. Turning it on. And they're able to get him on the ground.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Yeah, and how about the linebacker? You know, you ask him to do so much on the football field to cover so much ground. You don't always ask him to go man-to-man, but when you do, the linebacker comes through, swats the ball to the ground.
With the catch, it's McClure. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Well, it sets up 4th and short now early in the game, and this is now a massive decision for the head coach because it is early, and how aggressive are you willing to be? You could get this first down, pay it off, go score, create some incredible momentum, or you don't get it, it completely backfires, and now your opponents are literally knocking on the door.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the...
Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Cardinals. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. Looking to throw on first down. Sets up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Finds a man on the right. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field, and nowadays you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Looking downfield on first down. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Working on the right. Makes the grab, and a nice gain, gets it to the 35.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
And the Cardinals have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Still looking, on the move. Able to make his way past the sticks for the first down, and the time is going to drain out here in the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Louisville has the edge. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Defense in press coverage. Looking to throw on first down. He's got it. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Motion from the wideout. They're going to give it to the wide receiver on first and goal. Oh, that did not go as planned except for the defense. They were right there to make the big stop. Loss on first down increased the degree of difficulty. Second and goal from the 8. Leaves it with the running back. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Louisville!
And how about this offensive line? Third and goal, you got to have it. They flew off of the ball. They got some push. They made that easy on the running back to score that touchdown.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem.
14, Cal, 0.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Cal gets it back, the sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively.
Breaks into the open. And it's a fumble after that huge gain. Oh, and he not only gets the ball back, he's also got enough for the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
I'll tell you what, I love no hesitation. I love my quarterback to make that RPO read, throw it to the right really quickly, but just got to be a little bit more accurate, maybe not rush it so much.
Still running at the 40. Wide open spaces. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that, no gain on the play.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see the option, and they didn't know exactly how it was going to look specifically. They've seen it a few times early in this game. They've given up some yards, but it looks like they're clamping down on it now, guys, and we know they've got speed. They can go sideline to sideline. Really nice job that time. Getting hats over to the football, getting to the pitch man in the perimeter of the field, and getting him down on the ground.
So the offense will try to punch it in here on 4th and goal from the 1. Fires into the end zone. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He'll try to take it back. Down to the 36-yard line and some nifty moves to try to make a big play on the interception. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And you've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting the football here.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. That defense in front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. The Cardinals will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in at the 25, and he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a Cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board.
There he goes. And he's brought down after a nice game. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's McClure. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. They have a 1st down at the 41-yard line. Under fire. Makes the grab. It's Parker. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
You know, that play right there shows me that the quarterback has a plan. He had no hesitation. The defense was bearing down on him. He got hit on that play, but he knew where his running back was. He got it out to him quick, and as a result, he avoided the negative play and sack.
This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that 1st down. Now from inside the red zone. Got it! Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. The defense going to stop the clock for the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. 1st and goal. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. Touchdown, Cal! Great job by the back on the option.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this 2nd half.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Conference USA action right now, fellas. Wait till you see how things are playing out. Jacksonville State is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in CUSA, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by a field goal over Louisiana Tech. 2 fan bases with very different emotions in CUSA as we send it back to you.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Grab near the sticks. It's Skinner. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. 1st down, 10 yards to go. Corner's going to give them room. To the air on 1st down. The sure hands, it's Fletcher.
The old saying is, you'll never go broke taking a profit. No matter how small, just keep building up the bank account.
Yep, and when the defense wants to drop back and not give up those big plays, a lot of times they're going to force you to be patient. And when you show them you can do that, it'll pay dividends in the long run.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. And the Cardinals will punt this one away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters today from there in Berkeley. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today.
He'll bring it back looking for help. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this will be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown.
Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. And a potentially touchdown-saving tackle made there after the long completion.
And this offense showing off the explosiveness, the big play down the field. This is so big because what it makes defenses do to react now. Now you scare them. Now you make them drop back a little bit. So that big passing play opens up this whole offense.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds the tight end. Powers through. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. The Cardinals will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Trying to run it in. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
But you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him, they have been gang tackling him, and getting a lot of penetration up front.
They rode their running back, but he could not make it. It'll be 4th down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They could make this a 2-possession game with a field goal, but they want to put a little distance, a little cushion to their lead. They'll go for it on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
This offense is stuck way back in its own end of the field. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Grab behind the line. It's Parker. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And in my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. And the Golden Bears lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. The quick out. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
On the option. Rides to back and leaves it. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
Man, this guy's like tackling a tree stump, man. He's just so thick, so compact, just continues to break tackle after tackle. You want to bring those arm tackles? They're not going to work. You better bring your whole body, and you better bring a friend.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice.
Nowhere to go with the ball and down. He goes at the 39.
That's his 2nd sack of the ball game. That dude is getting after the quarterback offensively. What's my adjustment? First of all, I'm going to roll out away from him. I'm going to double team him. Let somebody else beat me, not that guy, because his speed off the edge is killing him.
Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot later.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Golden Bears now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Here comes the heat. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. That's the end of the period, and Louisville has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. And the Golden Bears line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. Louisville has it back, and the offense coming out ready to attack. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tied game, hoping to get something on the board. Tight end now in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Skinner. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. the move. It's Richard. Oh, he's got some space.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They've got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. The short hands, it's Fletcher. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. And the Cardinals will punt it away on 4th down. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out. Got it in the middle. It's James.
And you've created some great momentum, getting the stop, forcing the punt, now getting it back to your offense. Your offense starting to get in a groove. Late in the game, you need some big plays.
Just wonder how much panic there is right now on the defensive side of the football, too, because of what you just said, David. They can feel and sense the momentum leaving them right now with the lead. So someone defensively better step up here soon and make the play.
Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44. New set of downs after the completion. Give to the running back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB?
Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. They got him down pretty quickly after the pick, but now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back does a great job breaking on the football, going up and making the INT.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense. Obviously backed up against it. Time running out. Got to get the football back. 2 good plays. Now 3rd down. I stay aggressive. Have to come after him. If they decide to throw the football, so be it. But stay aggressive. Get that.
All kinds of room to the right. The 30. The 20. Touchdown Cardinals. He got a step and just dusted the field. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Interesting matchup this week in the Mountain West, and it sure is playing out that way. New Mexico is down, but they are not out of it. Not inside University Stadium, one of the more fun places to watch a game in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to...
And here's the 5th Interception by this quarterback. Touchdown Cardinals. The defense putting points on the board. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1.
Really got to be impressed with the defense here. Late in the game, still firing off the ball and still making plays. What a great job. Not just picking it off, but taking it all the way back to the house. That pads their lead, and that should do it. You think that should do it now to get the win.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Starts a drive trying to go up top. He's going to take off. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. The clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Wants to throw on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
And it's all about coachable moments, and obviously they have not had a ton of success throwing the ball in this game. But as a coach, I think you're just looking for positives like that.
And he throws another interception. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36. This offense has it with really good field position. DB's right up on the receivers. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Wide receiver going in motion. Leaves it with the back. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. With the win today, they're now bowl out.